Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be brewing another extract kit on my stove. I got a couple new goodies to try out, so I just wanted to do a quick extract batch. I got a new pump, which is right here, so I'm going to be doing a whirlpool at the end of the boil. It's only going to be a 30-minute boil with one bittering hop addition at the 30-minute mark, and then 4 ounces of hops into the whirlpool at flame out. And I also have a new ferment chamber that I built, so I'm really excited about that. So now I have my freezer can be dedicated as a keg keezer, and then I can have a dedicated ferment chamber. So I'm excited about that. So let's get to it. So here's the pump setup. It's a MK2 magnetic drive pump from Kegland. I got a great deal on it. And I just added the stainless head to it. I really, pretty much with the deal I got that stainless head for free, and that's what allows me to add on to it, build with the 2 valves, and because the plastic head that comes with the pump probably wouldn't be able to support all that weight. I'm sure it would probably crack. The stainless head cover is really suggested because a lot of people have a problem with cracked head that comes with it. So I went ahead and just switched it out from the beginning, and I got such a good deal on it. I just had to put an extra T. I went to put a T in here for a valve, and then I was like, well, I'll get another T, and then I can add my thermometer into it. So instead of having a thermometer in the kettle, it's now in the pump system, so I can pretty much know what the temperature is going through the pump at all times, whether I'm mashing or boiling or chilling or, pretty much anything. Yeah, so that's the pump setup that I built. This is the ferment chamber. I had it down, not quite finished with it yet, but I had it down to 40 degrees. Seems to be working very well. So I'll finish it up and we'll get a brew going. This is the ferment chamber that I built. I used a window air conditioning unit, and I already had that. It's basically brand new, so I just figured to repurpose it. One thing I did to modify the air conditioner is that temp probe, that little metal probe, is supposed to be on the front, on the inside, to measure the incoming air through it so it knows when to cycle on the compressor inside it. So what I did to bypass that is I just kind of opened it up and I pushed it in through a little opening in there and then made it so now it's getting ambient temps from outside, which in this case my garage, and that way anytime it's on, basically the compressor will be on. I only spent about $120 on this chamber altogether. Like I said, I already had the window air conditioner, and I'm borrowing this the temp controller from Aaron. so he's not using it right now. So, but everything else, spent about $120, and the lid is lined with, the lid and the bottom actually are lined with this styrofoam insulation, but I used another piece of wood. I didn't want the insulation falling down, so I screwed this into the top piece. That way it's solid. It's one solid unit. And you might can see I used some sealant, some like window and door sealant in the corners. And then this is window gap sealer there. Foam sealer. I had to double it up on that to get a good seal, and I have hinges on the back. So yeah, and there's 2 layers of styrofoam in all the walls. Ferment chamber and my keyser. I'll have to modify that maybe one of these days and build a collar around the top. So yeah, let's get a brew going. Pump set up. Got my kettle heating up. We got some Citra and some Cascade. I got a gentle stir going with the pump just to help stir it, heat up. I got the ball valve slightly closed over there to not really trying to stir it vigorously, just give it a little stir. 188. 188. There we go. Just needed to open the valve a little more, get the water stirring faster, and that got them to match temps. There we have it. That's a pretty good whirlpool. So the bittering hops, and this is Centennial. The recipe calls for half an ounce, but they send a whole ounce. And since I'm using the rest of my hops for whirlpooling, I'm going to go ahead and add the whole ounce of Centennial at the start. Plus I'm only doing a 30-minute boil anyways. So there we go. I did about a 5-minute hop stand while whirlpooling. Got the whirlpool port open all the way. I got this port open halfway, mainly just to get wort flowing through it to sanitize it. I sprayed it with sanitizer, but so we're at about, I just cut the chiller on. And we're at about 180, so I'm going to stop it there. Turn it off. And I'm going to do a 10-minute whirlpool. It's 10:52. Whirlpool with those hops. Agitate those hops. So I put 2 ounces of Citra and 2 ounces of Cascade in here. at flame out. Then I moved it off the burner. How's that look? So yeah, let's see, it's still close to 180. That's all showing a little under 175, 176 maybe. So now it's probably gonna be hotter on top because heat rises. That makes sense. One of my favorite things about brew day, smelling the hops. Citra, Cascade. Yep. So one thing about setting up pump in the chiller, I got inside my pot, I don't think you've seen it, but I've got a 90-degree elbow. Actually, I got one at the bottom for a pickup tube, and then it's the same pickup tube in the middle valve here, and I got it turned sideways so it'll whirlpool. I got it whirlpooling clockwise. The chiller, the cold water for the chiller comes in, and then it's going counterclockwise. So that way, cold, chilled water is going through the chiller counterclockwise while the beer is being ready to go. Give this one more spray down. Good to go. Now I'll slowly just open this up a little bit. I'm gonna start the transfer. Let it go slow. I'll start turning that off. About 67 degrees. And there we go. Hardly have to lift a finger. Fill up the fermenter. .67-degree wort. It's at 1047. And we got right at 5 gallons in there. And now it's time to put it in the chamber. There she goes. The day after. Got plenty of airlock activity. A little bit of krausen starting to form. And the chamber sitting at 63. The chamber works great. Everything went well. Fermentation went good. And I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Until next time, cheers.